Well, today's log stacking day. Let's go. We good?
We're good.
Okay.
Barely.
It's ruin your chainsaw chain kind of a day. Oh, I'm frustrated.
Just cut a little wedge in there.
Just got stung finally. So I'm glad I got to it when I did. From this to this. Well, it's been 2 weeks since I started logging. I decided to drop this tree today, and holy cow, this is gonna be my last log. Things are tightening up. You can see how this wants to stick now. It's not a clean peel off like it was. So that's it. It's gonna be my last one, number 52. So I'm glad I got to it when I did. So in order to stack my 52 logs to season for the winter, instead of using my back, I decided to use my brains. I asked my son Mickey if he and his friends might be interested in earning a few extra bucks. And sure enough, their backs were up for the challenge, which made my back very happy. Mickey and 5 of his friends took about 2.5 hours to stack all these logs. It was quite a job. These logs are several 100 pounds apiece, and besides it being a very warm day, maneuvering through the forest was not easy.
Oh, look at this. How wonderful.
And come on, let's just be honest. Isn't it just kind of rewarding to see teenagers work?
Watch, I can do it with my eyes closed. What? Did you just say I could be blind with my eyes closed? It's not that hard. Un, two, one.
Overall, the day was a huge success. Everybody had a lot of fun and nobody got hurt, which was the most important thing. It's important for the logs to have good airflow, so in between each layer I would lay down some stickers.
The moss is actually really squishy.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay? Them skeeters get everywhere. We pivotable?
Yep.
Should we try eating that bug?
These logs are going to season in place until next May when I get back to this project.
Just floating over my hand.
I'm going to cover them with a tarp for winter, allowing a little bit of airflow on the ends. Alright, this is the last log to go on the pile! And I just dropped it this morning, so it's uber. It's like the slippery pig. It's exciting. It's a huge stack of logs.
Guys, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
How are we?
Alright, hold.
We just sliding again.
Slide again, and then just through here. Thickly.
Oh, sorry.
Boys, and then
Just slide it. Bro, that was really sliding.
Nice! Okay guys, thank you so much for all your help. Anyway, what do you guys think? You want to come back and help me move these next year?
Sounds good.
Oh, we lost one! After that, we all went to the drive-in for lunch, and boy did that taste good. So it's been about a week since we stacked these logs, and already all of these logs have started molding, even before we stacked them. So I want to show you what I'm going to do next spring when I come back to get the logs cleaned up again. This will all, clean up. So what you do is you just get a spray bottle with some bleach, and my sprayer is not working. So I'm just going to pour some bleach water on this log. Once you have the bleach water on, you just scrub the log. And since these were just peeled, oh my gosh, they're going to clean right up. That's going to come right off. and they'll be right back to where they were before. They'll be nice and golden. Unfortunately, it's just part of the process of them drying out. It's like every single log home we've ever had, I've had to scrub the logs. It's definitely heartbreaking to see your logs just turn into mold, but it's just part of the deal. So that's how I'm going to clean up these logs, and no worries about that. I am going to cover it with a tarp though. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to build yet. All of these logs are probably between 20 and 26 feet long. They're really quite long. So I don't know what I'm going to be able to build. I'm going to do a little designing and thinking on that this winter and come up with something that'll work. At the very least, I'd like to build a 12 by 16 cabin. I would like it to be a little bigger if possible. But the one thing I'd really like to do is have a loft in it. So if that means the bottom course of the building is log and the top I frame, I'd like to do like a shed roof with a half loft if I can. And if I decide to do that, I would have to probably frame the upper story. So we'll see what happens and just kind of play it by ear. But right now, the next thing I'm focused on is getting the site ready where I'd like to put my cabin. So there's a lot of work to do there. So in my logging video, I had a ton of people ask about the bark. Is there something I could do with the bark? And I did cover it in the video, but I want to revisit it here because it's just such a popular topic. So a lot of people suggested I use this as like roofing material. And it's just not feasible. I mean, maybe if you absolutely had nothing else, but it is just, within a matter of days, this stuff is just like so brittle. Not only that, it's full of holes. Every single place there was a little twig, there is a hole in the bark. This would not be good roofing material. Now up here, another consideration you want to have is fire protection. And this would be just the worst material to have on your roof if a fire was coming through. But here's a bigger piece. All those holes you can see daylight through. That is not what you want on a roof. Now you could take this when it was pliable and make some kind of, baskets or bowls or something if you had time. But I just, in the process of logging, you do not have time to deal with this. I'm definitely going to be taking some of this and using it for fire starter. But otherwise, it's going to get burned in the piles with the branches from the top of the trees. I mean, there's just so much of it, I can't possibly save it all. Your order of fire starter, madam? Also, in the last video, I had a few comments about why we're stacking the logs. And it's because you want lots of air circulation. You want these logs to season or dry for like 6 months to a year. So by the time I get back to this project, it'll be May. It'll be a good 8-9 months. You want to give all these logs time to dry and shrink. They're going to lose some volume and diameter. And so when you're building, that just keeps everything from, compressing as they dry. You want that drying process to be before you build. Started to crack already, some of these. It's been very hot and dry here. I haven't covered them with a tarp or anything. I've just let them just air dry right now. And in my smaller logs, I already have cracks from them drying. Let me show you. So these burl logs are much smaller, but look, they've already started to dry out. Already cracking. Look at this. I've got cracks the whole length of all these smaller logs already. So that's what's going to happen is they're all going to dry out and they're going to look like this next year, all the bigger logs. I mean, look at that. So we've got some good cracks already happening. These logs are already drying out. The other really good thing about letting these things dry out is that they're going to be much lighter the next time we go to move them. That's a good thing. Other thing I want to touch on briefly is what tools I use. I've been getting a lot of questions about that. This is a 12-inch draw knife. This is a pretty heavy-duty draw knife. I got this in Fairbanks at Samson's Hardware. Samson's Hardware is kind of an old school. You're going to find all the homesteading, old school type tools there. It's kind of like Lehman's Brothers catalog would be, but it's a store, Samson's Hardware. It's where I got this. We had old draw shaves and they were just so beat up. So I just decided to get a new one for this project. It doesn't have a brand or anything, but it's nice and sharp and it really did a great job. I also do like on this one that you can tighten up the handles if they get loose. A lot of the old ones, they just had a floating handle attached to like a part of the steel and they would just get loose and there's just no way to, fix that. So it's nice that these have adjustable nuts holding the handles. The other thing I had is a bark spud. Now this made all the difference in the world. This bark spud allowed me to peel the trees so nicely. It is very sharp. I did end up cutting my finger. Had this laying beside a log and I slipped off and actually just sliced my finger on it. So it's very sharp. Covered in sap now, but this thing was valuable. Shout out to my friend Ruth's husband Bill, who recommended me getting this. This was a game changer for me. Also, I got this at Samson's Hardware. You can probably find this in the Lehman's catalog too. The other thing is my Echo chainsaw. Oh, that's really loose right now. It's a CS400. This is an 18-inch bar, and it's just heavy duty enough to do the job, but light enough that you can, use it all day long. Really love these Echo chainsaws. My whole entire life I've used steel chainsaws. They've always been really great for me. And the last one I had blew up this spring. And Dave got me that one for Mother's Day. That's what we do at our house. Those are the kind of gifts I get. But we got an Echo chainsaw years ago at a yard sale, like dirt cheap. And we've just fallen in love with Echo chainsaws. And they're just reliable and no problems at all with that chainsaw. So highly recommend that, or steel. Steel's great too. I had an MS250, about the same size of a saw, and they both would do the same. At the end of the day, you have to have the saw that's adequate for the job, but that also you can handle. So you have to decide what works for you. The last essential tool was my axe. Now this is a Collins boy's axe. This was great for just limbing the branches and light enough you could swing all day. So this was a great axe to have. A pair of gloves was essential. I mean, it was just so sappy and wet, and these just took a beating. I should probably contact Filson and ask them about a new proprietary coating for their fabric, because the sap has probably made these gloves waterproof at this point. They are just crusty. So that's my tools. All right, now that the logs are stacked, I need to work on the site. I'm opening up a trail to where I want the cabin to go, and it's not close, but so I'm gonna need a good trail, and it's just grunt work. It's just, in this forest, it needs to get opened up. I really don't know the complete history of this place, but this is at least second growth, if not third. I don't know. I have seen big burned out stumps on this property. So at one time there was really big timber. This needs to get thinned. You can't even walk through here. It's willow and spruce and birch. It's just super dense. Oh, hello, little birch. You'll be saved. So I've got to make my way up, clearing this path for the ridge. I want to pull these stumps. I've got to drop that tree yet. And as I go, I'm pulling the trailer behind me. I'm going to throw the stuff on the trailer and take it away to be burned safely. So I just don't want all this material to build up. I got to get it out of here as I go. This is what I opened up last year. That's why there's an opening here. Otherwise, it would be just as dense as this. So I need to keep working on this spot. That's where the cabin is going to go. This all needs to get opened up. This is south facing here. You want that sun in the winter. Beautiful north sky up on the ridge for northern lights. That'd be very nice. There's a lot of work to come, but that is with every project. Hard work pays off. I actually love this type of work I'm about to do today. Land development, making the land just sing is my favorite. It's ruin your chainsaw chain kind of a day. Have to get kind of low and it's gonna destroy it, but it needs to be done. I nipped off the ones I could. The bigger ones have to come down with a chainsaw. Oh my goodness. I know you guys were laughing at me from the south about the heat. It's all fine and good, but you can't be logging in this stuff. It's supposed to be 80 again today. It's just brutal temperature for this kind of work. Us northerners can't take it. Can't take it. So, about 30 miles away, it's a long ways, but is a place where I can drop off this brush. It's a big, safe space for the town to burn brush. That's where this is going, 'cause I just don't want to deal with it. I just want it gone. I want my site cleaned up as I go. It's kind of a pain in the butt to take it off site, but when it's gone, it's gone. And I don't want to. I've already got so much to burn. It'd be really nice to see the progress that's just like instant and the stuff's instantly gone. It's a wilderness trampoline. I'm fully committing myself here because the real trick will be turning this thing around up there. Yes, made it to the top. All right, I gotta load. I gotta finish loading up, turn this thing around. So I've ran into several of these ground nests of bees. I don't know what they are. I have not been stung yet. They're not aggressive, so if anybody knows, let me know. I'm curious what these are. There's a ton of them in there. It's exciting to be up here.
And I just cut a little wedge in there. Hopefully that'll help grab the tree.
Well, that did not do what I hoped. Good grief. fun. Just got stung finally. I can't get this stump out, man. I'm frustrated. Bees all over me. Die. Problem here is I just can't get under these roots. I mean, it's like 9 inches deep and I still haven't reached the bottom to get my strap around a root. It's just really, really frustrating me right now. It's like a bottomless up and down root. Even down here. Get away. Got stung twice. Ah, it's still there. I got 2 stings. Where's the ground nest here that I'm... And I gotta get this thing out of here. Drive me crazy. Get away. Where's the bottom? Oh, I'm so frustrated right now. Sorry, I'll just turn this off. Oh! Look at that! Look at that! You're going down. Man, she's a beast. She's a beast. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I need to be done. It's 6 o'clock. Ugh. Literally impenetrable. Cutting out everything I can with nippers and then using the chainsaw. It's just so dense. But look at how beautiful it is when it gets opened up. It just takes time. Ready? Huh? How about this? From this to this. I mean, it went from this dense, impenetrable forest to this beautiful open space. The trail I cut in coming up the ridge turned out really good too. Worked out perfect. And my space, it's starting to look like a homestead now. That is an amazing amount of progress, and what a change. Oh my goodness, it's just gonna keep getting better. Here's the original, and there's my original fire pit. I've opened up all this. I'm just gonna keep opening this up. It's just gonna keep getting better, but look at those birch trees that you can see now. There's my 5th load going out the door. That was a lot of work. So I've made an executive decision that I'm going to be done clearing until it cools down. So stay tuned for more of this transformation, and I hope you like the video. See you guys in the next one. It's Girl in the Woods. She gone. Oh, don't forget to get outside and get happy.